Hello students, this is Ahmed Khan from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group. I hope you all are fine and do remember you are in board classes and don't forget to revise your lessons regularly. Today we are going to continue with the chapter 1 of history, that is Nationalism in Europe, part 2. So before we start the part 2, let us look at what we have learned already in part 1. Frederick Cheriot created the painting. What is nationalism? European society, how it was divided? It was divided earlier into two, that is aristocracy and peasant. French Revolution and the idea of nation. The idea of nationalism. Napoleon, we have learnt about Napoleon and we have seen how Napoleon destroyed the democracy which was enjoyed by the French people for few period. Napoleonic Code, that is also called Civil Code of 1804. What were the advantages of this code and what were the disadvantages of this code? The making of nationalism in Europe. How in Europe the nationalism, the feeling of nationalism spread. We have learnt about liberal class also and what did it mean for them, that is the political sphere and in economic sphere, what did it mean for them as liberalism. New conservatism after 1815, we have also seen that after defeating Napoleon, that conservatism took power and they wanted to keep monarchy. They did not wanted any changes. They wanted to undo all the changes which was done by Napoleon. So till here we have learned in part 1. So here we are going to continue with the part 2. Dear students, as we know, the conservatists, they wanted to keep the monarchy. They wanted to undo all the changes what had done by Napoleon. But this was not accepted by the revolutionaries. When I say revolutionaries, they mean क्रांतिकारी. कौन होते हैं revolutionaries? क्रांतिकारी होते हैं, ठीक है? Establishment of secret societies to spread the ideas of nationalism and oppose conservatism. What was the idea of these revolutionaries? They wanted to oppose. Oppose मतलब उनके अगेंस्ट जाना. किनके अगेंस्ट जाना? कंजर्वेटिज्म के. That means they were not in the favor, they were not supporting that the monarchy should sustain or remain. They wanted democracy, they wanted their nation states, right? So Joseph Mazzini, he said nation states to be necessary and opposed monarchy. Joseph Mazzini was one of the greatest revolutionary and he said there should be nations and there should not be any monarchical system. Inspired other secret societies in Germany, France, Switzerland and Poland. Joseph Mazzini joined one such society at Carbonen. That is, later he established two more secret societies. When I say secret societies, it means a group. जब मैं secret societies कह रहा हूँ बच्चों, उसका मतलब है group. तो जोसेफ मज़ीनी ने क्या किया? ग्रुप बनाए. किस लिए ग्रुप बनाए? सीक्रेट ग्रुप्स जो छुप के काम करेंगे. They will be hidden and they will work to destroy the monarchy. वो क्या चाहते थे? मोनार्की को ओवरथ्रो करना चाहते थे and they wanted to bring what? Democracy. That's why they were forming these secret societies. Name of such societies are Young Italy in Marseilles and then Young Europe in Berlin. These were the two societies formed by Joseph Mazzini, Italian. Fine. Conservative frightened by his move. Now the conservative were upset. They frightened. उनको डर लगने लगा. किसके आइडिया से? जोसेफ मज़ीनी के आइडिया से. Because they thought this person is going to destroy us and they wanted to stop them. Fine. Next we are going to talk about the division of age of revolution. Later, in later stage, we see that age of revolution from 1830 to 1848. This was the period okay, where the revolutions occurred, can be divided under 3 stages, and these revolutions can be divided into 3 stages. That is, first one is the romantic imagination and national feeling, the second one hunger, hardship and popular revolt, and the third one 1848, the revolution of the liberals. We are going to study this one by one. First, the romantic imagination and national feeling. When I talk about romanticism, romantic feeling, here the poets, the artists, what they believed is that only the culture, only the paintings can create inspirational feelings in the people. For example, उदाहरण के तौर पे बच्चों, उस टाइम पर कोई ऐसी गोलियां नहीं थी जिसको खिलाई जाती और आपके अंदर देशभक्ति पैदा की जाती. ओके, सो साइंस को ये लोग नहीं मानते. दे फेल्ट दैट ओनली रोमांटिसिज्म कैन क्रिएट अ फीलिंग ऑफ वननेस, क्रिएट द इंस्पिरेशनल फीलिंग for their love towards their country. Fine. So, use of culture to create idea of nation. When all believe that they belong to the same culture, they will believe that they are one. So, this was the main idea of romanticism. Romantic artists and poets generally criticize the glorification of the reason and science. They did not believe in science and reason. Okay? Because they felt that science cannot create nationalist feeling. Focused instead on emotions, institutions and mystical feelings. They focused on the inspiring facts to bring all together. Used art of poetry, stories and music to shape nationalist feeling. So what they did is they used paintings, music, dance to create the feeling of oneness, to bring all together. Collected folkwares to spread nationalism even among illiterates. So they visited everywhere. वो जगह जगह गए, वहाँ के जो लोकप्रिय गीत थे उनको इकट्ठा किए और लोगों तक पहुँचाए, so that they can make the people feel that you belong to this place and this is your culture, because they wanted to create the feeling of oneness. Language also played a vital role. For example, the use of Polish language. Poland came to be seen as a symbol of struggle against Russian dominance. There is an example given here about Poland. When Russia was dominating Poland, जब रशिया ने पोलैंड के ऊपर डोमिनेट करना शुरू किया, हावी हुए, उनके ऊपर कब्जा किया था, और they asked Poland to stop speaking their Polish language. आप जो भाषा बोलते हो, आपका जो कल्चर है, उसको छोड़ दीजिए आप. So this Polish people, they did not accepted it. They were ready to die. Some of them even went to jail. Some were even sent out of the state. But they were continuing with the same Polish language so that their culture should survive. This is an example here. Okay? So Poland became a symbol of this kind of romanticism. Next one is hunger, hardship and revolt. Okay? So in 1830s were the years of great economic hardship in Europe. At this time, that is 1830s, there was economic hardship. When I say economic hardship, that is depression. फसलें खराब होना, बीमारियां फैलना, गरीबी फैलना, इससे लोग तकलीफ में आ गए. Okay? The first half of the 19th century saw an enormous increase in population all over Europe. इस टाइम पे क्या हुआ? पॉपुलेशन ग्रो होती जा रही थी, पॉपुलेशन बढ़ती जा रही थी, और आपको खाने की चीजें इतनी अवेलेबल नहीं थी. सो द डिमांड वाज मोर एंड द सप्लाई वाज लेस. दिस वाज आल्सो द प्रॉब्लम. फाइन. लार्ज स्केल रूरल माइग्रेशन टू सिटीज लेड टू ओवरक्राउडेड सिटीज एंड रिड्यूस्ड जॉब्स. ऑन द अदर साइड, द अदर प्रॉब्लम वाज दैट पीपल फ्रॉम विलेजेस, जब गांवों के लोगों की फसलें खराब हो गई, दे स्टार्टेड मूविंग टू सिटीज. जब वो सिटीज में आने लगे तो सिटीज बिकेम ओवरक्राउडेड, हद से ज्यादा बढ़ने लगी, एंड दैट आल्सो क्रिएटेड प्रॉब्लम. फाइन. Stiff competition between handmade goods and cheap machine goods. This was also one problem. There was a competition between the handmade goods and the machine made goods. तो इससे जो हाथ से चीजें बनाते थे उनकी रोजी छिन गई, because machine made goods were cheap. Peasants burdened with feudal dues as the rural areas, aristocracy was still enjoying the power. Peasants के साथ बुरा बर्ताव किया जा रहा था. उनसे बहुत काम करवाते, but they were not paid for it, and that created more problem. On the other side, aristocracy. What is aristocracy? The upper class, the rich class, they were still enjoying the benefits. Okay? The rise of food prices or a year of bad harvest led to widespread pauperism in town and country. जब आपके खाने के food prices increased, people became angry because they did not have money. उनके पास पैसा नहीं था खरीदने के लिए, तो इन चीजों ने उनके हालात और बुरे बना दिए. This created a worse condition for them. Okay? Peasants and weavers revolted and Louis Philippi was forced to flee. Peasants, किसान जो थे, और weavers, उन्होंने क्या किया? रिवोल्ट किया, आंदोलन किया और मजबूर किया लुइस फिलिपी वहां से भाग गए. He ran away from there because of that revolt, because he feared, अगर मैं यहाँ रहूंगा तो मैं बच नहीं पाऊंगा, लोग मुझे मार देंगे. Because they were in this problem. वो किस प्रॉब्लम में थे? हंगर में थे, हार्डशिप में थे, and that's why they did the revolt. इस वजह से उन्होंने फाइट किया. The revolution of the liberals, 1848. We know who are liberals. Liberals are those people who believe that everybody should be treated equally. Simple terms, liberals वो थे जो ये मानते थे कि सबको एक तरीके से ही ट्रीट करना चाहिए in front of law, and the law should be equal for everybody. Fine. So French monarchy uprooted by revolt of 1848 and a republic had been proclaimed. Demand of liberal middle class for constitutionalism with national unification. What did this liberal people wanted? ये क्या चाहते थे? They wanted a constitution. That is, the state should be run by proper rules and regulation, and the power should not be in one hand. It should be distributed. It should be in the hand of the people. The people should rule their country. Fine. In Germany, professionals, businessmen, artisans decided to vote for all German National Assembly. So the educated people, they came together. Germany में क्या हुआ? पढ़े लिखे लोग, businessmen, artisans, they came together. What was the idea? वो क्यों एक साथ आए? Because now they wanted to create a nation. उनको लगा हम सब साथ में आएंगे और ये डिमांड रखेंगे कि यहाँ पर हमें अलग से अब देश बना के दीजिए, and monarchy should be overthrown. राजा का रूल जो है उसको खत्म कीजिए, और we want a democracy here. That's why they came together. इस वजह से वो सारे एक साथ आए इस आइडिया के साथ. Fine. Frankfurt Parliament organized in Church of St. Paul. The Parliament, name of the Parliament is Frankfurt Parliament. अब वो Parliament, हमारा इंडिया का भी Parliament आपने देखा है बेटा. Parliament, we know what is Parliament, right? So Frankfurt Parliament, Frankfurt is the place in Germany. तो Frankfurt Parliament organized in Church of St. Paul. तो ये जो Parliament था, किस चीज को Parliament बनाया था इन्होंने? एक चर्च थी. क्या नाम था चर्च का? Church of St. Paul. So इस चर्च को उन्होंने क्या बनाया? पार्लियामेंट बनाया था. So they gathered there. Okay? For the constitution was drafted for German nation to be headed by a monarchy subject to a parliament. So what was the idea here? They said, fine, अगर राजा है ठीक है रहने दीजिए, but the power should not be in the hand of the king. There should be a constitutional monarchy. Now the point comes is, what is the difference between monarchy and constitutional monarchy? बच्चों ध्यान से सुनना. मोनार्की, राजा जो होता है पूरा पावर उसी के पास होगा, एब्सोल्यूट. ओके, फुल पावर इन द हेड ऑफ द किंग. मतलब जो भी रूल्स, जो भी रेगुलेशंस, जो भी डिसीजंस लेने हैं पूरे किसके हाथ में है? मोनार्क के हाथ में है. ही कैन टेक ऑल द डिसीजंस. फाइन. बट व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मोनार्की, जब हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मोनार्की की बात करते हैं, नाउ द किंग कैन नॉट टेक द डिसीजन single handedly. He need to ask the people also. He need to think about the people also. So this is called constitutional monarchy, which the German people wanted. Fine. That's why they came together. Offered the crown to Frederick William IV, King of Prussia, he rejected joined other monarchs to oppose the elected assembly. When the crown was offered to Frederick William IV, he opposed to join other monarchs in this. He did not believe in constitutional monarchy. He wanted to be powerful. He wanted all the powers to remain in his hand. Fine. Social base of parliament shifted to middle class dominance, lost the support of workers and artisans. Political associations were formed by women for political rights. Conservative forces suppressed liberals. What happened here? The idea which was put forward by the artisan, the businessman, that was thrown with the help of conservatives. The conservatives helped the monarch and they destroyed the liberals idea. जो liberals थे उनके ideas को suppress किया गया. suppress करना मतलब रोका गया. उनकी जो idea थी nation बनाने की with constitutional monarchy, that was overthrown. उस idea को रोक दिया गया. Okay? Serfdom and bonded labor abolished. But before that, fearing future revolutions, monarchs introduced changes. उनको डर था कहीं आगे ये लोग साथ में आके मुझ पे हमला ना कर दे. For this, he introduced some changes कि बदुआ मजदूरी को खत्म कर दिया, जहां पे forcefully the people were made to work and they were not paid. This thing was stopped and labor, bonded labor जो था, जिसको हम बदुआ मजदूरी करते हैं, जबरदस्ती जिसको हम लेके जाके काम कराते हैं, उसको भी खत्म कर दिया गया. Because he feared that these people are going to attack. The making of Germany. The idea which was put forward by the liberals, the educated people, the business class, the artisans, ये idea लेके आए थे कि जर्मनी क्या बनेगा, constitutional monarchy बनेगा, हमें आज़ादी मिलेगी. But it became failure because of the conservatives. They supported the monarch और उनके idea को support नहीं मिला, इस वजह से वो idea fail हो गया था. So how did Germany became a country? Unify कैसा हुआ जर्मनी? Let's see this. In May 1848, this is very important for you beta. In May 1848, the liberal attempt to set up a constitutional monarchy at Frankfurt was suppressed by the monarchy, military and junkers. So this idea was thrown back. इनसे उनको हार का सामना देखने को पड़ा. After the failure, इसके बाद क्या हुआ? After the failure of the German National Assembly, Prussian Chief Minister, who? Prussian Chief Minister Otto von Bismarck took the lead in German unification. This is very important. So now to unify Germany, किसने आगे कदम रखा? That is Otto von Bismarck. Who was Otto von Bismarck? He was the Prussian chief minister. Now he said, I will help Germany to become a country. Okay? 3 wars for 7 years. He conducted 3 wars. They fought 3 wars. Okay? With Austria, Denmark and France. 7 साल में 3 वॉर. किसके साथ? ऑस्ट्रेलिया, डेनमार्क एंड फ्रांस कंप्लीटेड जर्मन यूनिफिकेशन. इन्होंने ऑस्ट्रेलिया, डेनमार्क और फ्रांस को हरा दिया और इसी के साथ में जर्मनी को यूनिफाई किया, एक स्टेट में कन्वर्ट कर लिया. पर्शियन किंग सीजर विलियम I became the emperor of United Germany. So currency, banking and judicial system was legalized. After the king was there, the currency, banking and judicial system was legalized. They brought some changes. Likewise, Germany was unified. So the question can be asked, how Germany was unified? Fine. Please study regularly. Take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.